Just watched the Chancellor's speech tonight there at 5 p.m. and the announcements on the job retention scheme, and it seems that there is changes coming, but the news overall was positive from the point of view of businesses and employers and employees as well. So we already know that the the job retention scheme is extended until the end of October. And today the Chancellor announced the various changes that are coming in, and he really talked about it around the way that the old scheme is closing and the new scheme is coming. And there's one particular point that I want to pick up on, which we will need more detail on, but I just want to pick up on that as well. So broadly speaking then, the scheme as it stands is running for June. It is continuing on as normal to the end of July. So that means that employers will still be able to claim 80% of staff wages for furloughed workers until the end of July. The scheme then changes in August. So what's happening then for the month of August is it's been reported that the employer is going to contribute 5% of the payroll cost. That's not actually the case. What the Chancellor said was that employers will be paying only the pension contribution and the employer's national insurance elements of the overall payroll costs. The job retention scheme will still fund 80% of the gross salaries. Then what's happening in September is if you're going to pay your employees 80% of their gross salaries because they're furloughed, then you will, as the employer, contribute 10% of that, and the job retention scheme you'll be able to reclaim 70%. And then that changes to a 20% employer contribution in the month of October and 60% under the job retention scheme, and then the scheme's closed. So that's how the job retention scheme is going to unfold. Now, he did talk, as I say, about a new job retention scheme replacing the old job retention scheme, and what he did mention was that there is a cut-off date now for the 10th of June, so that's only sort of 10 days away. And that means, it sounds like what he's saying is that any new employees who have been taken on, who have to be furloughed or have been furloughed, and they didn't qualify because of cut-off dates under the first scheme, quite possibly are going to be eligible for the new job retention scheme. So I need to find out a bit more detail as to how that works, because I think there's a couple of clients that I can think of that might be affected and it might benefit them in relation to that announcement. But as always, the devil's in the detail, so I need to just check the details on that before I report back to certain clients who I believe might be affected positively by that, because they can claim under the job retention scheme for certain new employees who didn't qualify before. Then there was also the announcements on the self-employed income support scheme, and it was very welcome news. I didn't expect the Chancellor to actually announce anything on that at all, if I'm honest, but he has said that he is going to run that scheme for another 3 months, and that means that everybody who claimed under the first claim there that was done this month are going to be able to claim again, and monies will be paid out in August by the sounds of it. He's restricting the amount now to 70% of average earnings instead of 80% before, which means the maximum payable under the revised or the final tranche of the self-employed income support scheme is going to be, I think it's £6,750, something in that region. Not too sure how that's been calculated, but I'm pretty certain it's the same basis as before. So whatever grant you got before, if that represents 80%, take that figure that you get paid, divided it by 0.8, and then multiply by 0.7, and that'll be the new grant that you'll be able to apply for. So I just need to see the detail on when you can apply for that exactly, how you apply for it, which is probably going to be the same process as before, to be honest, which not a straightforward process, but if you get on the phone and hang, you'll get there quicker. Or if you already have applied online successfully, you'll be able to just get through and do your eligibility checker again and go ahead and apply again online. So that's very welcome news for self-employed to get that additional bit of grant support to be paid out in August. So as I say, there's always devil in the detail, so there's more information on when and how, with some exacts around some of the things he's announced and some of the things I've just mentioned. So as I get information on that, I'll share it. And in the meantime, enjoy the lovely weather we're having, and I'll catch everybody again soon.